Welcome back. An Oscar-winning performance, a fetching pink raincoat and topless man. Dancing on Ice has never looked better.
We've got the best seats in the house. You said you didn't want any.
I lost my memory in Hollywood.
This week you had so much confidence.
It was absolutely on the money. It was fantastic.
I went with Daniela.
I saved Mikey.
I saved Mikey.
Daniela.
Save Daniela.
He says it best when he says nothing at all.
That was a great line. Very Mikey and dance partner Melanie join us now. Very good. That was a terrific line.
Good morning.
So then, the morning after the night before, how happy are you that it's all over?
Honestly, I mean, it has been one of the best adventures of my life. It really and truly has been, but I feel quite relieved now this morning when I woke up, you know, to think that I can let the body begin to rest now, you know.
The body's been hurting.
And heal.
The body's been hurting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you are so busy now with all of the boys and stuff. I mean, it's just gone crazy. And trying to do the two things together, because we all know dancing on ice is demanding. It's
Very
not something you can just eventually
you've got to have all your focus on that alone to you know, progress more and more every week. And I was getting busier and busier every week trying to do that and other stuff. In actual fact, our album was released today, so we've got a whole lot of stuff ahead of us, you know.
Well, it's also the frustration as well, I suppose, the frustration for you of not being able to get the ice time, knowing that the others are getting on the ice.
I mean, if I could have it my way, I would
like
like him to be on the ice 3 hours a day, you know, with off-ice training as well. But because of his schedule, it's just not possible. So in that circumstance, I think what he did, you know, last night to pull it off, I think was amazing with only that short period of time we had last week.
Yeah, and what a difference a week makes. I know you didn't get that much ice time, but your scores from last week to this week were a huge difference.
Well, I was really happy with that, you know, to see the scores coming up from, I think it was 13 or so last week, up to 19 or so last night, and, you know, it was a lot of improvement for the week, but it really is, as much as it's a physical demanding thing, it's mental as well. You know, you've got to try and keep your psyche level when you're going out there, and I think it shows, especially in the skate-offs, when you know that you've kind of feel that there's nothing to lose, you just kind of gain a confidence from nowhere, you know.
Did you speak to Ronan?
We were texting all right, yeah. He was
like,
no, he's good at it. He really is good at it. Yeah, good at it. I was going to make that joke again about nothing at all.
It was a beautiful
and also, because I walked in this morning, got out the car, and someone shouted, "Mikey was robbed!" I thought, it was a demonstration. Up the thing, up the, you know, alleyway at me. So there are people who were outraged, and your spin was fantastic.
It was a good one.
Thanks a lot.
3 revolutions.
There you go.
Very good spinner.
Did you mean to do 3, or was it just out of control?
Couldn't stop.
I don't know. Sometimes, if you go nice and slowly into it, you can kind of manage to get the balance. And most times I threw myself into everything, but last night that just worked for me, you know.
It was the right time to pull it off as well, wasn't it?
just the last moment.
Interesting that Jason chose to save you.
Yeah.
That was really interesting, because he's normally been sort of a big for Daniela. He's normally, love Daniela. But then when it mattered, he went on Mikey's side.
Yeah, that was, you know, that was really kind of him. I suppose it's really tough for all the judges, though, in general, to because they get to know people throughout the show too, and they're obviously keeping very professional with what it's all about. But then also, it's hard when the numbers whittle down to be choosing one person over another, you know. And that was very kind of him to put me forward.
Well, it was exciting for us. We didn't know which way it was
right down to the wire to Robin's vote.
Fantastic.
How important and how difficult was it coming back after the fall last week?
Well, the fall really knocked my confidence, you know, particularly that it happened
you gotta show it again, don't you?
3 minutes before I went out to do the live performance, you know, so that's really what all of that was about.
Oh, it's going to happen again, look.
Why not? Just throw it in there again.
Couldn't show it again, could you?
One more time.
If you want.
It knocked my confidence, it certainly did. And in the 3 minutes I had to try and get my head together last week before I went back out. I thought I had it at the beginning of the routine last week, but once I fell behind just 1 fraction, 1 second, I was constantly trying to catch up with myself after that. But you do carry that on, you know, through the week's training.
Okay, can we just discuss Danny without his top? Melanie, I'm going to look at you. I mean, this was a good move, wasn't it?
He asked me, he said, do you think I'm doing the right thing? I said, yeah. Hello? Of course, you have to do it.
There you go.
Fabulous he looks.
The moment.
He did actually say to me, you will point out that this wasn't my idea, won't you? I said, yeah, of course. I mean, in actual fact, it floored Jason, didn't it?
I think he was
Never saw him smile so much.
I think he was a little red.
I know. No, I thought he'd hold it together. Really didn't.
Flustered.
And so, Mikey, who have you got your eye on to win now, then?
Well, you know, obviously Hayley is magnificent. She's way out in front there. Last night was just phenomenal performance. But that said, I mean, you really never know what's going to happen. Danny and Danny and Gary are really beginning to up their game there too, as is Kieran, you know. So it's.
I think it's a matter of who wants it more.
Yeah, who wants it more?
It's gonna be close.
Sensing it, you know, knowing them as you do, the professionals and the stars, who wants it more?
Hayley wants it.
And Danny.
And Danny wants it. Yeah, they both really want it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? And I think also Kieran's getting this huge boost
I think
suddenly.
he's getting
Hold on a second, he might be a contender here.
Yeah.
That was such a fun performance last night. And also, let's not forget, Gary's absolutely
He's
pulling himself up those big
Very,
strings.
very solid skater, Gary.
Yeah.
Very steady.
He was in a
on his feet.
skate-off, of course. You know, right at the very start.
It's just such a good group of people that it's really you're rooting for everybody.
Well, we've loved having you both. As we said last night, it's always
An
sad to say
absolute
goodbye to someone.
pleasure.
Now get back out and promote your album.
I know, absolutely.
Thank you
And we
very
have the
much.
Dancing on Ice tour as well coming up.
Yeah.
starting on the 8th.
We don't get much of a break. We get about a week off.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
guys.
Right,
Thank you. Thanks.
it's competition time now.